podcast friends. This is Aditya Sharma again here with the current affairs for the date 20th September. Now, let us first discuss the ancient part of our syllabus, and it is by chance covered in newspaper as well. The Harappan civilization. Harappan civilization can be divided into three parts: the early, the middle, and the later, starting from 3200 BC, ending up to 1500 BC. The Harappan site includes the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, which is about 640 kilometers away, Beniwal in Pakistan, Rakhigarhi and Dholavira are in India. This is this civilization is widely spread across the Indian states, which is Gujarat, Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. The village of Daimabad in Maharashtra found the southern part of the Godavari, the s- from the southern part of the Indus Valley civilization. There has Indus Valley civilization is also known as technological powerhouse because of its rainwater harvesting system, building reservoir, warehouses, underground uh, underground supply system, massive fortification, etc. Dayaram Sahani was the first to excavate Harappa in 1921, finding seal, painted potteries, and beads, and hence it is known as industrious. Similarly, uh, Mohenjo-daro was excavated by Rakshal Das, who found pottery, copper products, and crucible at that site. There has been split verdicts about various things such as why it ended, and that has to be covered in the static part. This article was meant to introduce you even after 100 years of exploration, it is still an enigma. Now let us move to the second news article, which is new animations, new animation VFX can create 5 lakh jobs. As we know, the gaming industries and the meta industry, the metaverse industry has been gaining much appreciation from the young age, and it has helped in various other programs as well. So that has the National Center of Excellence for Animation, Visual Effect, uh, Gaming, Comics, and Extended Reality to set up by center, which will give potential about 5 lakh jobs. This is just an introduction so that you can mention it in the article, the government and how government is evolving with the present day's technology. Now the next article is about White Revolution 2.0. White Revolution 2.0 stating that milk deliveries will aid empowerment of women and fight against the malnutrition. The West, the Western concept of woman considering unemployed even though she does all the work at home, but he disagreed. Mr. Amit Shah. The White Revolution 2.0 will help inclusion of women engage in procuring of milk in formal employment as a money which will be deposited in their bank account. That is about White Revolution 2.0. Now the next article is about F, FTFA, FATF, where it says India should aim to reduce the number of pending trials in money laundering cases by making major changes to increase capacity of the court system and potentially the capability of enforcement directorate. However, FATF has lauded for the technical compliance by India. FATF observed that India faces serious terrorism and terror financing threats, including related to Islamic State or Al Qaeda. Now the next article is from United Nations General Assembly, where it was proposed de-escalation of de-escalation de-escalation of Israeli forces from the Palestinian land, which, where India has abstained to vote, citing that it will create rift between Israel and Gaza rather than promoting unity. Hence, India once again citing its same same ideology about two-state solution and importance of UN Charter. Now, under text and context, the article is about Sri Lankan polls. Economic takes center stage. Since past 7 decades, there has been civil war in Sri Lanka. Sorry, 3 decades there has been civil war, which has ended in 2009. After that, as we know, in 2022 there was worst economic crisis in Sri Lanka. Hence, now on 21st September, that is yesterday, Sri Lanka is going for polls for president. So just take a gist of it so that we know what is going on the neighborhood. Sri Lanka classic deficit problem dramatically accelerated when President Gotabaya Rajapaksa resorted to drastic policy decisions, including sufficient tax cut, an abrupt ban on chemical fertilizer, and a failure to devise a plan to meet debt repayment. This is what led to economic crisis. That instant ban on for chemical fertilizer and de promotion of uh, natural farming, which drastically reduced the productivity from the agriculture, led to high prices and inflation. The reduced rate of inflation, routinely cited by central bank to signal respite, but it has not softened the blow for consumers. From the time food inflation soared to 94% at the height of crisis, shoppers have been paying much more for essentials. During the crushing economic crisis, at least 500,000 jobs were lost. Food insecurity, malnutrition became widespread, poverty doubled, and inequality widened, which is observed by World Bank. So this is just a gist. It does not relate much to us. We can just read this. Now, coming to the next article about One Nation, One Election. Today in GS paper 2 also there was question about One Nation, One Election. So we all know cost is one of the factor, and the other factor which was highlighted for One Nation, One Election to be practiced is that year long the parties are generally sorry for a long time parties are generally in the mode of elections only. They do not fulfill their legislative and executive functions much precisely because of continuous election presence in around the country, whether it's elections for Maharashtra, whether it's election of Seven Sisters. The inclusion of ministers more mm, have been have been more into elections rather than uh, concentrating on the uh, legislative work. So that was the reason cited for One Nation, One Election. The author have given it, the author from the newspaper have given it a wrong perception, I guess, because uh, U- Cabinet uh, has accepted the report from our former President Ramnath Kovind ji. So I think rather than citing the ill effects of the nation, one election, we should more concentrate on the pros for the One Nation, One Election. Now, uh, India has been in constant touch with Zelensky, the Ukrainian Prime Minister President, and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Recent visit of Narendra Modi ji was was done at and was done in Russia and Ukraine. So India, not from now, but has a significant past also when Jawaharlal Nehru was able to do by mediating between USSR and Austria for the withdrawal of Soviet troops in exchange for policy of neutrality, or by India leading international efforts and UN commissions on wars in Korea, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Now, why India is propagating peace? First reason is because of non-alignment. We are neither with Ukraine, we are neither with Russia in case of war. Hence, we are the best neutral partners which can the mediate the situation. Second, there ha there has been there has been discussion on further engagement from Ukraine side. Ukraine has been seeking permission for long range storm shadow missiles and army tactical missiles for deeper airstrikes in Russia. Zelensky has recently rejected the six-point Brazil-China joint proposal that proposed same measures toward that propose and de-escalation of Ukraine. So these were the cases, and India has to look for a peace commitment as it has done in past. Now, now there is a there is a conceptual thing which has to be discussed. Recently, not recently, since independence, few villages around Delhi has been made has been declared as urban areas. That has led to problems of uh, property ownership. Whenever a village is declared as urban, the Delhi Municipal Corporation Act, according to the Delhi Municipal Corporation Act, its Gram Sabha gets dissolved. The land is vested with central government, and Delhi government's revenue department stop maintaining its land record. This is what is done. Muta- uh, Here there is a technical term. Mutation is the process through which government records are updated when the owner of the land or property transfers the ownership rights for someone through sale or inheritance. One Only after the government records are updated does the new owner get ownership rights to the parcel or property. Regarding this, the LG of Delhi has has ordered basic inheritance of agricultural land in urbanized villages has been allowed. But this is when the owner has died. But this is not the case where owner has transferred the land to others. Hence, that is against the the practice against the right to property, which is highlighted in 300A article. This is about it. So we have very less things to cover today, and Sunday's paper is much uh, it has much things to discuss. So we'll discuss the few things tomorrow. I left one article yesterday. The article for article about Bangladesh. The that I'll discuss it or post it on the Telegram channel itself. You can view it there. And thank you for listening. And that's all for today.